are going to start out lying down in Shavasana. So come onto your back. Take a few moments to get comfortable. Separate your legs. Release your arms from your sides and face your palms up to the ceiling. And you feel the whole back side of your body sinking down into the ground beneath you. You can let the eyes gently close. And for a few rounds of breath, just notice your breath. No need to control or manipulate the breath. Let it be as it is, and just observe. Notice where you feel the breath strongest in your body. It could be the chest or the belly. It could be through the nostrils. If it's really quiet where you are, listen for the sound of your own breath. And then continuing to connect with the breath. For the next 4 or 5 rounds, take in a deeper inhale and a deeper exhale. So let each round of breath grow just a beat longer than the previous round. Take one more of these full deep breaths. And this will be your breath for practice today, this nice full deep breath. I'll remind you throughout practice, but if you happen to notice at any time your breath has changed or perhaps the mind has gone to some other place, gently bring yourself back to this very breath and this level of connection with the breath. You're going to start to add some movement with the breath. So from lying down, arms beside you, inhale, reach your arms up and overhead. Exhale, return the arms by your side. And again, inhale, reach up and over, waking up the shoulders. Exhale, arms down by your side. 3 more. Inhale, reach up and over. Exhale, the arms down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lower. And last one of these. Inhale, sweep up and over. And with your exhale, return your arms by your side. And here we're going to take the great stretch. Great because it's expansive of the entire body. Interlace your fingers into Kali Mudra. The index fingers remain extended, the rest are interlaced. Bring the legs together, straighten your arms towards the ceiling, and then again reach overhead. Inhale, stretch from fingertips to toes. Exhale, let everything relax right here where you are. And again, inhale, actively stretch from end to end. Exhale, let it relax. One more, your deepest stretch of the 3. Inhale, grip, pull with the arms, stretch through the feet. Exhale, return your arms down by your side. Take a breath here. And we'll come back into that same shape. Find your Kali Mudra, index fingers extended. Reach the arms up and overhead. We're going to take a variation of the great stretch, affectionately known as the banana stretch. You'll see why. Take your fingertips to the upper right edge of your mat and send your feet to the bottom right edge of your mat, and you are now a banana. Lengthen and breathe along the left side of your body. If you'd like a little deeper stretch, cross your left ankle over your right. If the legs are crossed, uncross. Bring yourself back to center and take it over to the other side. So hands to the upper left edge, feet to the bottom left. Take a couple breaths in this first variation. Feel both shoulders to the mat. Feel space between the ribs and down the left side of the body, the right side rather. If you'd like that deeper stretch, cross your right ankle over your left. Continue to breathe. Uncross at the ankles, return to center, and take a nice stretch there. And return your arms by your side. And take a breath right here. Bring your right knee in towards your chest. You can hold the back of your thigh or take your shin, whichever is more comfortable to you here. And just start to rock your leg side to side, left to right, right to left. And then we'll do a few circles with the leg. So circle in either direction, like you were drawing a circle on the ceiling with your kneecap, but the movement itself comes from the hip. Nice slow circles. And then go the opposite direction. Bring that leg back into your chest. Squeeze it a little tighter. And we'll go to ankle circles. So start to rotate your ankle in either direction. We're going to go both. So it doesn't matter too much which way you start. Make the circles big so you feel a nice stretch around the ankle joint. And go the other way. Relax your ankle. Coming into a reclining tree pose, set your right foot to the floor. Keep the sole of the foot inside the left thigh. Open your right knee out to the side. Take your full and deep breaths. Let the right hip relax. Feel the knee open towards the floor. Guide your knee back up to the ceiling. So the right foot is again to the floor. And we'll come into a twist. Use your left hand to your right knee and send your knee across your body. Right arm just extends out to the side. And then either keep your chin in neutral towards the ceiling or let it face your right shoulder. Come back to center. And once again, hug the right knee in towards your chest. This time, option to round your back and pull your nose towards your knee. turn your head to the mat and release your right leg down. And go through that on the other side. Bring your left leg in. Take either the back of the thigh or hold your shin. And just rock the leg a few times side to side. And then going for some hip circles or knee circles, depending on how you look at it. Again, you're drawing the circle with your kneecap on the ceiling, but the movement comes from the hip. That's important because the hip likes to circle, the knee not as much. The knee likes to go forward and back. And then change the direction of your circle. Steady your leg in towards your chest. Squeeze a little tighter if you can. And start to circle at your ankle. Again, nice big circles. Work to keep the circle smooth. Avoid any little hiccups along the way. And often the slower you go, the more able you are to keep the circles nice and smooth. Circle the other direction a few rounds. Relax your ankle, and we'll set up for the reclining tree pose on this side. Plant your foot to the floor. Open your knee to the side, so now the sole of the foot will come inside the opposite thigh. Rest your arms anywhere that's comfortable. And stay here a few good breaths. And relax into the left hip. Feel the left knee feel a little heavy, opening down towards the floor. Guide your knee back up, and we'll come across to a twist. So the right hand will come to the outside of the left knee. Send the leg across your body. Left hip will come up with you as you twist. And then release your left arm out to the side. Chin can face the ceiling or turn towards your left arm. Return to the center. Hug your left knee in one more time. An option from here to round your back, pull your nose in towards your knee. Compressing in the abdomen, rounding the upper back. And then lower your head down and extend your left leg. Stay here a good breath. Bring both knees into your chest. Again, you can hold the back of the thighs or take your shins. Leave your head down for a moment. Feel your entire spine to the floor and work to compress your abdomen by pulling the thighs in tight. And from here, option to again round your back and pull your nose in towards your knees. Keep squeezing the thighs to the abdomen. Return your head down and set your feet just behind the buttocks. Feet hips width apart, setting up for the moving bridge. It's a continuous wave-like motion up and down, and we'll work with the breath. We'll start out together. Turn your palms to the floor beside you. Inhale, press into your hands and feet. Peel your spine up away from the floor. At the end of your inhale, at your highest point, exhale and reverse your way down. So you can keep going on your own, move with your breath. The inhales take you up, and the exhales roll you down. No hurry at all. Come through one more round. Let the inhales take you up. And the exhales lower you back down. Bring your knees to your chest. Rock from side to side. Roll to one side, rest your head to your bottom arm, and take a breath right here. Press into the hands, come up to sit. Take any shape that's comfortable for the legs. They could be crossed, they could be out straight, whatever works best for you and allows you to feel level in your seat and tall through your spine. We're gonna do just some more joint warm-ups, starting with the neck. So very gently, start to circle your head in one direction. Be gentle, careful with the neck. You can make the circles as small or as large as you'd like. And you can go at whatever speed is most appropriate. You can also take half circles if that feels better in your body here. Change the direction of your circles, or if you're doing halves, do the other half. Bring your head back to center. Moving on to the shoulders. Inhale, squeeze your shoulders up by your ears. As you exhale, sigh and let the shoulders drop. We'll do a few of those. Inhale, squeeze them up. Sigh them down. We hold a lot of tension in the shoulders. Inhale, squeeze up. Exhale, let all that tension go. Two more good ones. Inhale. Exhale. And again, inhale. Exhale. Good. Those are a personal favorite. So find your same deep breath now that you had before. Let the shoulders drop down from the ears. Send your right arm straight ahead. Use your left hand outside of your right forearm to bring that arm across. Again, keep the shoulder down. Stretch it into the outside of that shoulder. If this feels really nice, stay here. Or try out this next variation. Slide your hand above your elbow, bend the arm, and take the hand onto your back. You can take a second to figure out where exactly it feels best to point the elbow. And that may change at different times, depending on where you're holding on to tension or tightness. One more good breath. And we'll relax that arm. And we'll go to the other side. Left arm straight ahead. Use the right arm on the forearm to bring it across. Keep the left shoulder down from the ear. We'll take a couple breaths in this variation. If you'd like to try the next variation, just slide your hand up, bend at the elbow, and take the hand onto your upper back. And again, play with the positioning of that arm until you find the spot that feels the best, that you're getting the most out of your stretch. A couple breaths once you settle in. And release that arm. You're going to do a few rounds of wrist circles. Just take your arms in front of you and circle your wrists. You can go either direction. Nice big circles. You can take your time. Circle them the other way. Relax at your wrists. Bring your hands down onto your knees. We'll do a few rounds of hip circles. Just start to circle your upper body in one direction. So there's a lot of freedom with these circles. Again, you can make the circle any size, and you can go at any speed. One way that's kind of nice to approach it is to start with the circles a little smaller. And as you go a few rounds, let them grow in size. Bring it back up to the center and reverse. Circle the other way. Again, any size, any speed. Couple more circles. And bring it back to center. Move on to hands and knees, tabletop pose. Align your shoulders above your wrists and your hips above your knees. Send your right leg behind you, tuck your toes under, and then rock forward a couple times. Forward and back, stretching out the right leg. And then hold, pressing through the heel. So you feel more of a stretch in the calf and the back of the ankle. Shift your weight forward once again. Walk your right foot to the left, and then turn and look towards those toes. So you'll look to the left side. Round your rib cage out to the right, almost like a barrel shape. Fill a little space between each rib. Come back to the center, tabletop position. And then send the left leg behind. Again, tuck your toes under so you're on the ball of the foot. Rock a couple times, forward and back. Hold, pressing out through the heel. Feel some nice stretch in that ankle and calf. Shift your weight forward again so you're nice and balanced. Take the toes to the right side and then turn and look towards those toes. So you can barrel your rib cage out to the left and breathe in between the ribs. back to the center. Find your strong tabletop shape once again. Good alignment, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. And we'll do the cow and cat stretch. Starting with cow, inhale, lift your head and your tail, let your belly lower down. Exhale, cat. Round your back, tuck your chin and your tail. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Round the back. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. 2 more rounds. Inhale, lift your head and your tail. Exhale, round the back. And last one, inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Come into neutral position. Hands shoulder width apart, separate the fingers. Coming into downward facing dog, likely the most intense pose we're going to get to today. Tuck your toes, lift your feet high, and press your chest towards your thighs. If downward dog isn't in your practice today, continue with the cow and cat stretch. If you are in the downward facing dog, pedal your feet a few times. Lift and lower the heels, bend and straighten your knees. Return to hands and knees, child's pose. Walk the big toes together, open the knees wide. Reach your feet back towards your heels, extend the arms forward, and bring your forehead down. Inhale, press forward to hands and knees. Find your good tabletop position once again. And then we'll do some circles from here. You're just circling the whole body around in one direction. Nice for the wrists, nice for the rib cage and the hips. Again, take any size circle, go at any speed. And reverse, circle around in the opposite direction. Return to center, tabletop position. And one more round of downward facing dog. Press into the hands. Tuck your toes, lift your seat, and work your chest back to your thighs. Stretch down from your sit bones out through your heels. Not important if the heels touch the floor or not, but do send them downward towards the ground to really extend and lengthen through the backs of the legs. Find a long line from the base of the spine to the crown of the head. And of course, you're welcome to repeat cow and cat stretch if you're not practicing downward dog today. This is the last one. We'll stay another good breath. And then return to hands and knees and take your child's pose. Breathe up and down the length of the spine. And from here, come up to sit, however you'd like to get there. You can be sure to feel both sit bones down to your mat and extend out through the top of the head. Then take some arm raises. Take your arms by your sides. Inhale, reach up and overhead. At the very top, lift the chin slightly, look towards the hands. Then exhale, return the arms by your side. Chin comes to neutral. Good. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, out and up. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, sweep up. This time, as you exhale the arms down, wrap your right arm under your left. If you can, bring the backs of the hands or the palms to touch. Another option is hands to your shoulders. If your shoulders are tight this evening, this is a nice variation. And sit up tall. Draw your forearms and elbows forward, away from your chest. These are eagle arms, and it's a great shoulder stretch for the back side of the shoulders. Create space between your shoulder blades. Lift the elbows, lift the chest and your chin. Look up. Then bring it back through center. Lower the elbows. Point your fingertips forward. Round your upper back and tuck your chin. So really create good space between the shoulder blades. Come back up through the center. One more breath here. And then unwind your arms. And we'll come back to the arm raises. Inhale, reach out and up. Lift the chin slightly at the top. Exhale, return everything down. Inhale, out and up. Exhale, arms down. One more, sweeping up, inhale. And on the exhale, wrap your left arm underneath. So remember the options, backs of the hands or palms. Also, hands can come onto shoulders. Draw the elbows and the forearms forward. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Breathe. Start to lift the elbows, lift the chest and the chin. Look up to the ceiling. Come back through the center, and now draw your elbows down. Angle your fingertips forward. Tuck your chin round into your upper back. Exaggerate the space between your two shoulder blades. Back to the center, unwind your arms. Go ahead and inhale, sweep them up. Exhale them back by your side. We'll do two more of those. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, return your arms down to your side. Side body stretch. Plant your right palm to the floor beside you. Reach your left arm up and send it over. Important to keep your left seat down to the floor. Because you're reaching over, there's a tendency for your seat to come along with you. But root it down, don't let it leave the mat. You get a much better stretch that way, and you remain grounded. To go deeper, start to bend through the right forearm. Come up. And slowly change sides. Plant your left hand beside you. Reach your right arm up and bring it across. So this time it's the right seat that may want to lift. Round into your right sit bone. Remain firmly rooted to the earth. If you're looking for a little deeper, start to bend through the left elbow. Slowly release up through the center. Just going to take a easy twist from here. Sit up tall, turn to your right side. Let the right hand come behind you and the left hand come across to the right leg. Twist through the entire spine. Turn out your ribs and your shoulders. Back to the center and take your twist to the other side. Left hand behind, right arm comes across. To the center and make your way again to hands and knees, tabletop position. So we did the traditional cow and cat earlier. We're going to do a variation of that, very similar, but this time come down onto your forearms. If for any reason this doesn't work out for you, repeat the traditional variation up on your palms. Otherwise, it's exactly the same. Inhale, lift your head and tail, let your belly lower. Exhale for your cat, tuck your chin and tail, round your spine up to the ceiling. Inhale, cow stretch, head and tail up. Exhale, tuck and round. Inhale, cat. Exhale, cat. This variation really, again, lets you separate the shoulder blades on the back. Inhale, cat. Exhale, cat. Round the back. We'll do it one more time. Inhale, cow pose. And exhale, cat. Round your back. Come back to center. Stay on your forearms, or you can be on your palms. We're going to transition into puppy dog. It's a child's pose variation. The back half of the body stays in tabletop, seat over knees, but the front half extends like you would in child's pose. So you walk the hands forward and bring your forehead down to your mat. Snake our way onto our abdomen. So follow your nose forward and come down onto your forearms. Taking what's called Sphinx pose. And that's exactly what the pose looks like. We're making the shape of the Egyptian Sphinx. So bend your elbows 90 degrees. Legs are together, feet down. Pull your heart forward through your arms, broaden across the collarbones. Look straight ahead, feel your neck long on all sides. And then get really still. No movement, only the breath. Relax down. Turn your head to one side and rest. Low cobra, similar to Sphinx pose. This time, hands come under the shoulders. Keep your elbows by your ribs. Lift up without using your arms, so let the back do the work. See if you can even float your hands off the mat. When the hands aren't doing the work, then the back muscles have to be the ones engaged. This pose is good for posture. When you have good posture, you breathe better. Your lungs can more fully inflate. Stay with it another breath. And then lower down and turn your head to the other side. Bring your hands under your shoulders. Come up to tabletop. And from here, a child's pose variation. Keep the knees together. Reach the feet towards the heels and take your arms by your side. Lower your forehead down. Let your abdomen be supported by the thighs. And again, breathe up and down the length of your spine. Use your hands to press up to sit and do a couple or so forward folds from here. In general, forward folds are actually for the back side of the body to create nice length in the spine. The first one we're going to do is a wide leg variation. So send your legs out. If you're tight on space, feel free to readjust however you need. Turn, face any direction, and the legs don't have to be super wide. Just taking them out a little wider at least than hips width. Face your toes up towards the ceiling so your knees will face the ceiling. And just bring the hands beside you. Sit up tall. Extend out through your crown. Keep getting taller. 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 And then hinging at your hips, let your sternum move forward as you fold. Start to walk the hands forward. Go to the point where you feel sensation, where stretch is happening, but where you're able to maintain a long spine. If the back starts to round, back off a little bit and re-lengthen the spine. Again, forward folds primarily for the back body to lengthen the spine. Now in this variation, you'll feel it in other places as well, I'm sure. If you're real flexible, of course, you can come to forearms. If you're super duper flexible, you can lay your chest to the floor, but this is gentle practice. So as long as that is completely comfortable in your body. Keep drawing the heart forward and spine long. Take one more really good breath. Inhale the heart forward. Exhale, stay. And then walk yourself back up slowly. Take Tarasana, which is the seated star pose. Bend your knees, bring the soles of the feet together. In this one, keep space. between your heels and your thighs. When you look down, see a diamond shape on the inside of the legs. And then grab hold of the toes. Just like the last pose, draw the heart forward and hinge from your hips. Bring the elbows forward with you as you fold. Press a little more into the outer edges of your feet, the sides that connect to the ground. And that will help the knees start to open wider. Use your hands to walk yourself up slowly. Coming into Baddha Konasana, bound angle. Very similar pose, but now the heels come in close. You can hold the feet, sit up tall. And again, press into the outer edges of the feet. Open the knees towards the floor. Stay right here a couple breaths, growing the spine taller. 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 And then leading with the sternum, start to hinge forward. Walk hands forward. Again, if you're more flexible, come down to forearms. Just be sure the spine remains long. If it begins to round, back off a little bit and re-lengthen. One more deep, full breath. And then walk yourself up. Use your hands to bring your knees together. Give yourself a quick hug. Pull your chest to your thighs. Wrap your forearms around your shins. Squeeze everything in. And then relax back. Stretch your legs in front. And take a spinal twist. Set your right foot either inside of the leg or take it across. If bringing it across makes you feel like you're tipping to one side, keep it on the inside so you're nice and balanced. You're gonna twist to the right side first. Right hand behind, left arm comes across. It could be either over or in front of the knee. And then pull your low back in as you turn and look over the right shoulder. Twists are one of the best things for your spine. Keeps the spine limber, helps bring about a sense of balance. One more breath to twist. Turn the spine. And then come through the center. Extend your legs out. And we'll change sides. So this time, the left foot comes either inside or crosses over. Be sure you feel both sit bones down. And then turn to your left. Left hand behind, keep it in close. Right arm comes across. Turn and look over the left shoulder. Another breath, twist any amount further. And then release. Lie down on your back. Supta Baddha Konasana. So we did the seated variation just a moment ago. Now doing the reclining variation. Press the soles of the feet together, open the knees out. Rest your hands gently to your inner thighs or let them lie alongside the body. Return all of your focus to your breath. And can feel the place in the body where you notice the breath be strongest. Perhaps the chest or the abdomen. Notice the temperature, the texture of the breath, the rhythm of the breath coming in and going out. This is such a wonderful pose with amazing benefits. You can stay in this pose as long as you are comfortable. It's a great pose to do before bed. You can even do it in your bed. It helps bring the body to a state of focus. It allows the mind, the body to connect with the breath. And take 2 more rounds of breath. Use the hands on the outside of the legs to guide the knees together. Happy baby. Bring your knees into your chest. Point the feet towards the ceiling. Hold the outer edges of your feet. You can also hold the calves or the back of the thighs. Keep the knees wide so they're wider than the rib cage. And then rock if it feels good from side to side. Return to the center, hug your knees into your chest, give them a nice squeeze. Lower your knees to the left side of the body. Reach your arms out from your shoulders, and if you'd like, look towards your right shoulder. Our final active pose, a spinal twist. Gently bring everything back through the center and go to the other side. Knees to the right, gaze to the left. Come back to center. Hug your knees to your chest. Squeeze everything in. If you'd like, lift the head. Contract every muscle. And release it all. Final Shavasana. Again, lie in a comfortable position. And for the next few minutes, let the body rest, the mind quieten. Relax everything completely. relaxation. Feel your breath. Feel the fingers and the toes, the wrists and ankles, arms, legs, and all the rest. As you're ready, take a full body stretch, both arms overhead. Bend the knees, turn to one side, and stay there for a moment of transition. Press up to a comfortable seat. Leave the eyes slightly closed. We'll conclude our practice with Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. If you're familiar with the tune, please join me. Otherwise, you're welcome to listen. Take a breath in. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om, peace, peace, peace. Have a peaceful evening and week. Namaste.